Today we are tackling a common dilemma faced by U.S. companies seeking to hire foreign talent, and that is choosing between the TN visa and an H-1B visa. And now choosing between these two types of visas usually means considering three factors. Number one is going to be the nationality or citizenship of the candidate that you want to hire. Number two will be the nature of the job. And number three is your long-term plans for that employee. I'll touch a little bit on costs as well as we go. Okay, consideration number one, the nationality of the worker. Now, only Canadian and Mexican citizens are eligible for a TN, so if you want to hire from a different country, look to H-1Bs. Okay, consideration number two, the nature of the job. Now, TNs are for a very specific list of 63 professions. Engineers and IT professionals are two of the most popular categories that gets used for TNs, but we will put a link in the show notes below so you can see if your job does qualify for a TN. Now, by contrast, H-1Bs have more jobs that qualify. H-1Bs allow U.S. employers to employ foreign workers in specialty occupations. Now, a specialty occupation requires the application of specialized knowledge and a bachelor's degree or the equivalent in work experience. So by that definition alone, there's just a lot more jobs eligible for an H-1B than for a TN visa. Alrighty, on to consideration number three, your long-term plans for that employee. Now, to be clear, both TNs and H-1B workers can go directly from that visa to a green card while they remain in the United States. In the past, TN visas were only issued to Mexican workers for a year at a time, which just wasn't enough time to file and get approved for a green card. These days, the good news is a lot of TNs are issued for 4 years, which is enough time. And it's enough time to go directly from a TN to a green card while the worker remains in the United States working. So again, these days, both TNs and H-1Bs can switch over to green cards. Now, we do need to address the elephant in the room when discussing H-1Bs, and that's the annual cap. The application process for H-1Bs involve a lottery system, which just makes it more uncertain and competitive. The truth is that only a fraction of the people who enter the H-1B lottery each year will get through. And now, by contrast, TNs do not have an annual limit, so no lottery, which is great. Another consideration is cost. TNs are just less expensive than H-1Bs. Canadians can apply at a port of entry and get a TN status for about a little over $50. Mexican workers usually do need to pay for a consulate appointment $185, and then they also pay about $400 for what we call the reciprocity fee for a 4-year visa. Now, even for workers who are physically in the United States and want to apply through USCIS, which is you file a form called an I-129, the fee for that is still only about $500. Now, by comparison, H-1Bs generally cost between $2,000 and $6,000 to file. Alrighty, so there are a few things to consider when deciding between a TN visa or an H-1B visa. In reality, if the worker is either Canadian or Mexican, and if the job and the worker qualify for a TN, the vast majority of employers will take the TN over an H-1B. The TNs are cheaper and quicker to process, so that's usually the route that they take. So thank you for watching. Give us a call to begin your TN or H-1B journey.